Lol.
Trickle in and don't overextend.
Okay.
Like
I
that's
think
what was really killing you guys right there because you had some squishy players trickling in,
mm.
and then they'd pick them off, and then you'd be playing 4v6.
Do you think the Winston was okay? Or do you think they should have? I thought Winston
For
was
what I
okay.
saw, Winston was okay.
Yeah.
It's truly just you're too far stepping in, and then I'm good. I'm in now.
Okay. I think a big thing towards the end was when Zach died to the Junkrat, which is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Shooting stuff,
sniped.
but-
Well, I was sitting there waiting for heals. I was like 86 HP.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
And
you gotta be moving.
well, I was moving, but
Yeah, for the most part.
All right.
The only
Are
class
we
I'm
good?
really having problem in is
Yeah, they should be able to get back in,
Sick.
and I'm in there right now. So
You taking PE or are you taking weights?
PE.
PE. Gotcha. You should try weights though. Weights is a fun class.
I know. I would, but I don't know how that would work.
currently, right now, I don't know either.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean,
Weights,
just
the
thinking
weights
about
does
next
sound
year
fun
itself.
though. I do
Yeah.
like lifting weights, so I could appreciate.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
For sure. For sure. What math class are you taking for your freshman year again? Are you taking trig this year?
Algebra 3 4 trig honors.
Gotcha. Oh wait, do you have Pfeiffer?
Say that again.
What teacher do you have?
Hatcher.
Hatcher? Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Good teacher.
Exit ticket time. Exit ticket time. Do you want your 5 points?
I can't.
Do you
I
want
never.
Is that what they do now?
That's what
I-
she does.
That goes on, so yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like we're entering the second game though. Switching to Hanamura. Nice little attack
Ooh.
defense mode. I know that this is actually SFGC's favorite map
Yes.
going into this competition.
Yeah.
We have done very well on this map overall. We've been doing pretty good at pushing off and controlling that main point right around that central bell. Right, this one's with the bell, right? Or is this the...
Yeah, this
Yes,
is the
yes.
one
This
with
is
the
the
bell.
Yeah.
huge bell, the huge dojo. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. So gonna be interesting.
I wonder
do we
if
know
they'll do
they're-
like a bastion comp. They
do we know if
usually
they're
do.
attack or defense first?
what color are we? Blue or red?
We're blue.
Blue.
We're blue.
Alright.
Attack first, usually.
Alright, attack first. Alright, so taking a look at the comp right now, we got Saul, Shadow Niku, Saul running Genji, we got Zac running Junkrat, and then a nice little shield-based comp going on with Mercy, Zenyatta, and of course the main tanks, Reinhardt and Zarya. Very nice balanced comp right now.
Very true.
And I think probably what the most important thing we're going to be looking at right now. So for those that don't know, there's two main entrances to get through the choke point of this map. There's a huge front gate that has a little middle section that everybody fights at. But there's also a very small place for flankers or possibly the defense to stay at and just kind of get around the main defense in front of that door. And so with a combination of Junkrat and Genji, I think this is going to be actually a very nice synergy going on.
Opportunity for them to poke through. So we can tell that they already have a Junkrat that's up there poking through. They're retreating back behind that wall. We see another Reinhardt up there for us, or that we're playing against. It looks like we just broke their wall shield. Oh, almost. It's almost broken. Looks like we're pushing back.
True. Looks like getting a nice 2 picks early on. Gets traded, but already we've seemed to have gotten Shadow Niku on the back lines right now, targeting the Ana.
Yep,
Just
which
trying
is
to get
what
the
was
kills
is
going.
good for them. But currently, right now, we're seeing that Junkrat kind of poke through. Looks like we're getting a revive up on top, which will help initialize our numbers over on that side. Looks like from the other team, we're getting that Soldier Junkrat combo that they have had the last couple matches. It's definitely making sure that they need to get kind of gathered up. Gosh, that Roadhog just picked off our Mercy again.
Oh, Genji.
I know, unfortunately.
Looks like you're doing some good stuff on that point. Gosh.
All of a sudden, we're back on the point now. Getting some nice trades going on right now. Genji taking out the DPS, with Roadhog taking out the last healer of the team.
Oh,
Roadhog
sorry,
being able to
I
throw
know.
up a nice ult, but unfortunately, it looks like everybody's just going to get pushed off of the point, which is unfortunate. They were able to just break through that center line of defense really, really well with Nate's 2 early picks with Reinhardt. and looks like we're just back to that same low position. And this moment in time right now is what makes Hanamura such a difficult map sometimes for attackers, because if you can't get through that center gate right there, where just the Reinhardt and everybody else is just staying, you're gonna have a really tough time just trying to get on point.
Yeah. And usually what we see right there is that we need to have a larger group push right there, that we can get damage done together. We saw Nate dive to the other side trying to take out their Reinhardt.
Looks like Zarya, Orisa trying to just give some support right now, throw shield on him, and maybe deal a bit more damage. But 3 picks on SFGC, and it looks like we're just gonna have to start backing up.
Kind of starting back it up. Yep, recover in the back.
Possibly get ready for some ults. We see that Zach has his tire ready again. Possibly try and get behind the Reinhardt and get a few picks, specifically on the healers right now, because I think that's what's making up the bulk of keeping the Reinhardt on here. You see the tire go out right now and trying to get a pick. Nice pick on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Very good pick.
Yep. So now
them to just get through the center right now. We see Korean Mafia popping the ult right now and just giving a lot more support. But we see
we saw their Junkrat just pop theirs, and it looks like we neutralized it. So we should be able to, as long as we can push through this point, take that.
Yep. We see a nice synergy going on with Zarya ult and Genji ult right now. Nate does end up going down, but we seem to be getting the bulk of the eliminations.
Yep, and we're seeing that revive.
Full control of this map right now.
Yep, we're still seeing that Roadhog still out there, just kind of dinking around the bell. It looks like we pushed them off. So the next point that we're going to be going to is inside this dojo in the back. It's got a couple different ways that you can get around back there. You have an outside back towards this side over here that people who can fly or jump can go through, or this main gate that we see Nate kind of poking up to right now. It looks like they're kind of sitting back, kind of trying to get the lay of the land for where that other team might be at. We see that Reinhardt up above.
Early hook right now, and Nate's in a very sticky situation
Yep.
right now.
He should have just bailed back off that backside instead of trying to poke in, because now that put us back down.
Very, very true. The early pick on Reinhardt is a very big disadvantage for a team that doesn't really have any other shields right now. And as you can see, the Roadhog just capitalized on that advantage that they had and was able to get 2 more kills off of it. And all of a sudden now SFGC has 3 minutes left to get their push under control. Right now we just see Zach just throwing some pop shots right now, trying to get more.
Yep. Trying to get a feeling for where those other people are at up there. Looks like they've jumped back over to this other side. And unless if you're used to a Junkrat player where they shoot at an arc, it's a little bit more difficult to get that play in. You got to make sure that you're bouncing it off of walls and applying that damage as best you can.
Pretty much, yeah. It looks like though we're going for a little bit more of a sneaky beaky play right now, with Nate leading the charge below the center gate. Actually,
Yeah.
his team on there. Nice little sneaky tactic right now. He has Earthshatter ready, so he is ready to make some big boy plays right now. You see the Nano Boost coming in, and just Nano Boosting this Junkrat, trying to get some more plays. Nice Earthshatter right now, just denying the fact that Junkrat just can't do anything right now. Nice little early pick there, and all of a sudden we're left with just Roadhog and Ana on point. See if they can just capitalize off of the team deficit right now. Soldier gets able to recover back on point, and so is Reinhardt. Enemy Reinhardt is able to just get that last pick on Reinhardt, and unfortunately it looks like just wasn't able to hold on to the point as long as they wanted to. The enemy players were able to recover back onto the point, and that's half of their time taken away right now. But they were able to get some more ults out of the way. They got Nano Boosts out. They get, but it's looking like enemy Earthshatter and also the enemy soldier's tactical visor is about ready to fire up pretty soon. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to go about that with 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like their soldier just popped their visor right up on top, trying to eliminate as many people that are popping through. We see Zachary sitting there actually applying some pretty decent damage. We see that wheel come in. Did we get anybody? It looks like it took out. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of a wipe right here happening. If we can get a decent trade on a couple people, that would be ideal.
That's right.
But getting that replacement.
Hold on the last bits of life right there as he falls down. And we're looking at just 1 minute left on the clock.
Yeah, so this will be probably our big last push. So they need to make sure that they don't overextend in too far and just wait for everybody to gather up. Good comps that we could see from here. that could possibly be doing a little bit better, maybe a little bit different with this. We could be seeing an Ana. Ana would be decent in this, which she would be able to apply a damage over time shot, and especially since the other team is really kind of just sitting there, really close knit with about half the people together. Looks like they have that Graviton bomb that just popped up.
Looks like we see Levi, or not Levi, Daniel pop another ult. We got the supports playing their ults right now, and Zach getting a nice little pick on the soldier. And all of a sudden now we're just fighting for last man standing.
Fighting to stay in, yep.
Nate throws out an Earth Shatter right now. It's able to stun the enemy Reinhardt. Unfortunately, is unable to get the trade though, and it's looking very grim right now. Mercy just left on the point trying to get a res, but all ults are popped, and it looks like SFGC is unable to get the second point.
So, but now here with this is this puts us into an interesting position, because now it forces the other group to actually take this point, that first point. They have to get that first point in a shorter amount of time and take the next point in order to secure this round. If they do not take this first point before time runs out, it goes to SFGC.
That's right. So looking at this second half of things, we're probably going to see a really big emphasis on just trying to keep the players outside of that mid gate, but also what we've seen from Oakmont before, or from previous teams before, is that like a lot of their flank, they tend to leave that like top corner gate, the small gate where flankers can get through very easily, somewhat openly defended. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to be able to deal with that, especially considering that this first point is going to be very, very significant, and whether or not they're going to be able to hold the second point as well.
Yes. Looks like we got a couple people switching. We got a Baptiste out there. We see Orisa switching back to D.Va. We still got the Reinhardt from Happy. Mercy still going with Daniel on there. We see Zach still sticking with the Junkrat. But then we have Shadow switching over to Mei. I really like this Mei play right here, especially if they come out with a similar comp for it. I'm a little bit iffy on where positioning for Nate is right now. That's very dangerous. But it looks like he's going to try to pick off. Yeah, look at that. There we go. He picked off one of their healers, get that early charge.
Early healer pick right now.
Now he's got to get back, otherwise we're going to be left down. But that's a good wall.
Really well. The Mei wall should be really easy to hold off everybody, but everybody seems to be backing up back onto the first point now. And with 2 picks in, it's going to start getting a lot more difficult for them to hold on to point right now. Just 2 healers and a D.Va left on point.
Yep.
And just another wipe comes in, and it looks like they're going to be able to secure the first point.
Yeah, so I'm wondering why they didn't switch or stay with the comp that they were originally talking about, doing a Bastion up on top to really lay down, because it seems like this group that they're playing against, they don't really have anybody that can abuse that upper area at all. So I'm kind of surprised with SFGC sticking still with the play as they go right now, because they're kind of bread and butter. Go ahead.
So it looks like wasting no time, Oakmont is going to try and take control of that catwalk right there, and is able to get 2 picks off of it. But Zach is able to get an early pick on the Roadhog though, and it looks like it's just going to be a nice little struggle on this fight right now. Nate's just trying to stay alive right now, as long as D.Va, but it looks like with a Baptiste ult and just everybody on the point, unfortunately it's going to be a bit of a steamroll.
Yeah.
And it looks like Oakmont will take this map as well.
Yeah. So it's kind of getting that adjustment back from what they could have gotten before. We had a conversation with the players. They struggle right now playing against a good Junkrat player. And it's always been kind of something that they've had issues with this year, is that if they've been able to play, if an enemy has a decent Junkrat player, it's hard to break it off.
True.
So
are we going to map 3?
No, because SFGC's down. It's game over for us right now.
Really?
I believe so. We're going to get a call right now. I believe so, because it is only a best of 3.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, they're calling GG's. So
yep.
I think that's gonna be the end of it. Oakmont takes that game 2-0, and
good game though.
Yeah, it was a
really
very
good
good game.
Amazing game to watch, honestly. It was really nice to see the team fights going on, especially over on Ilios. Lots of ults being popped at the same time, just trying to take control of the point. And yeah, it was a really nice game to spectate. So.
Yeah, so it's very good to see what's going on with our team right there. So it looks like we'll be finishing off within this area as second place within our bracket. Let me see if I can get that bracket pulled up for us. Let me see. But yeah, so we're in this opt-in play right here, and we'll be able to get that bracket up. In just 1 second. Okay. So as we can see over here with this, we have this bracket over here. Looks like our game was still listed as in progress, but we know the outcome for it. So we're right there. So when we view our rankings, we're going to be dropping to 3-1. So we're going to be joining a handful of other teams. Looks like there's only a couple teams in there at 3-1 that are going to be left. And so we should be sitting in that second to third place bracket or spot for this overall tournament, which will be really exciting for us when we step into the larger group play, because we have other teams throughout the country going to be competing in this. Looks like we're the only ones in the Pacific, and then we have a central bracket and then an eastern bracket too. So to finish number 2 to 3 within the Pacific time zone is a great opportunity for us. Okay. Thank you for anybody who came out and supported us today on our stream. Sorry for a little bit of the hiccups. I got stuff figured out, hopefully for the last little bit, and we'll see you guys next time.